Hi everyone, now this is part 2 of the 2 events of trauma that I spoke about in the first video. If you haven't seen that, go back and watch that. Guys, my name is Rudy Montijo. I'm a clinically trained therapist, trained in ketamine-assisted psychotherapy. I'm a consultant with Day Trip Health and Wellness in Phoenix, Arizona, father, triathlete, and all types of stuff. Anyway, so the event that happened, in this particular situation, I'm talking about a childhood event. So it doesn't matter, man or women. If your childhood was somewhat chaotic, somewhat volatile, it lacked stability, it lacked affection, meaning your parents were maybe addicts or alcoholics or bounced around, not necessarily always divorced, but if you have a divorce situation where it still has these characteristics and you kind of bounce around from house to house, didn't know, the next time you were going to see, a parent, where you're going to sleep, all these types of things are going to cause some trauma inside of a child, because a child needs, love, stability, all these things that we know about, but don't always get. So how does that affect you in future relationships? Well, all of this that happened to you is stored inside the body. It's happened enough times where it's in your subconscious. Now back to the first video, this subconscious is actually dictating your actions and your choices in the future, and most people are simply unaware of it. So what happens is they end up getting into a relationship with a person who can be a narcissist, and they get trauma bonded, which is a whole another video. But the relationship in itself is hot and cold. Hot and cold, sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, extreme highs, extreme lows. That's a volatile situation. It can be somewhat abusive, meaning that they associate the abuse with some type of love. Then it comes back to being made up or with extreme compliments and overdoing that type of thing. It's also superficial. By that I mean there's not a lot of depth to this relationship. It's very surface level, not a lot of intense conversations about feelings, about boundaries, about certain things. And a lot of people have trouble expressing true emotions and really getting into that deep stuff that really connects people on a whole nother level. So what happens in these situations is somebody gets in this relationship because it feels normal to them. This over here is what they're used to. It's what they know. Whether or not they're aware of it, they may say, I want stability, I want a family, I want a good home. They may say those things, but their body is telling them different. So when they get into that situation, it feels extremely uncomfortable. But this, however, the body remembers, the subconscious remembers. And so without even knowing, you're going back to this. And what that happens is that creates a cycle. We get into a relationship, it blows up, you break up, and either you make up or you find a new relationship. Why are you doing that? Because you're trying to fill that void. You're trying to fill that void of either being alone or that discomfort. So you're just going to seek out whatever it is. And these people are very, very easy to come by. Finding somebody who is very secure, emotionally, mentally healthy. There's a lot fewer of those people around. So these people are a dime a dozen. They're easy to come by, they're easy to find. And again, if you actually found somebody who was healthy, stable, and dated that person for a little while, that's going to feel a little bit foreign to you because your body doesn't know how to accept that, how to read that. It's going to feel different. Like all things that are different and uncomfortable, a lot of time that's where the growth is. But when we run from that discomfort and try and find something that's going to soothe us, no matter what everybody else is saying around us, that's not a good relationship for you, this person's bad, blah, blah, blah. It's not going to matter to you because these emotions and this subconscious behavior is so strong, it's going to pull you back into this volatile relationship because that's what your body knows and feels comfortable. And naturally, people go to where they're comfortable. That's why when a baby is born, the first thing they do is they wrap it up in a warm towel, clean it off to make it comfortable. That's why we have our AC set at a certain temperature. All these things create comfort, which we tend to enjoy. So what do? One, you talk to a therapist. You go into depth about how you were brought up, your childhood, and hopefully it's a good therapist. They can identify these things. And then you start to realize it in real time and put together the pieces. You start to separate the fact from the emotion, which is very challenging to do. And you start to look at what's actually happening, and it's going to be uncomfortable. You talk about this with your partner, about why you feel certain ways, and you express that to them. I firmly believe in using something like ketamine to help get to this point. It's going to speed up the process that's going to take to actually, one, discover these, but actually start to disconnect this cord. There's a cord here from the past to the present, and it gets kept triggered. It's really tight, and so whenever something happens here, it triggers that, and it goes back and forth, back and forth. What therapy and psychedelics can do is they can help dissolve that attachment. So now you're able to see things more clearly in real time, make better decisions, and hopefully over time you start to transform and create new neural pathways where now you're associating actual love, communication, and affection with a healthy relationship. And that can mean all the difference in the world for you, for your kids, for your family, for your future, and really start to lay down that foundation for yourself and for your loved ones about what a good emotional and mental legacy means. So any questions, as always, you can comment or you can DM me. If you want to try and experience this therapy for yourself, daytrip.com, and book an intake. Again, any questions? Hope you guys got a laugh from this. If you like this, please subscribe and please share it and please like the video.